I want to welcome you back to 5 Minutes with KeRusso. You know, when you come to this channel, what we're hoping is that you're doing more than just surfing. We're hoping that you're having an encounter when you stop on this channel and give us 5 minutes of your time. 5 minutes may seem like an eternity for you, but 5 minutes is really not that much time, especially if something good comes out of it, like an encounter with God. I hope every visit you make to this channel is an encounter with God. I hope that if it is, that you will share this with other people so they also can have encounters with God. Jump in on any of the studies I do on Mondays or any of the videos that are posted on Fridays and have those encounters that you need to have. And it's actually encounters with God I want to talk to you about today. This Monday, and we look at Leviticus right now, I want you to read, I'm asking you to read Leviticus chapter 23. When you read Leviticus 23, what you are going to read basically is instruction from God, an invitation from God to his people to spend time with him. Imagine if you could go to your mailbox and open up your mailbox and you pull out all the mail and you ferret through all the junk mail and you see an envelope and in it is an invitation from God to you. He's asking you to spend time with him. Well, what would you do with that? Other than passing out, maybe. I'm not sure everybody would enjoy an encounter with God, an invitation to go spend time with God. I think some people would rather go to the dentist and have him drill on their teeth when they didn't have any anesthesia than spend time with God. But you and I can have a different perspective of those kind of encounters. What would it be like to meet with the Holy God? You read this chapter, and you'll notice that a number of these events, these days that he wanted people to come spend time with him, he described as celebration, as festival. God wants us to enjoy being around him. Enjoy God. Isn't that a novel thought? Something else you'll read him saying to the people, he'll say, on the days that you spend time with me, stop working. Now, if you happen to be harassed at work or overworked or you're just worn out by work, that's an exciting and novel concept in and of itself. But we need to pull out of the busyness of our schedules. We live in a non-stop society. There's not any day of the year when you can say, everybody stop working. But God would tell a whole nation of people they needed to have several days like that out of every year. And sometimes out of every week. To pull out of the busyness of life and just spend time with God. When we have that kind of time with him, when nothing else is pressing on us, he helps us keep perspective. And we can lose perspective and lose sight of what's really important when all we think about is work or whatever the next responsibility is. To be with God is to be able to rest. And that's just a really good thing for us. There's another word that is important for us to see when you read this chapter. It's the word assembly. There are people, especially younger generations, more and more are thinking there's no need, it makes no sense to go to a church, to be part of a church on a Sunday morning and to have some kind of worship experience in an assembly. If they want to have a relationship with God, they think, well, I can do it on my own, in my bed, in my living room, walking down some trail, sitting on some mountaintop. Well, it's good to have those times one-on-one with God. But we also need the assembly to be with other people who have a common interest and a common desire to spend time with God. If nothing else, it lets us know we're not weirdos. There are a lot of other people who believe in God. And more importantly, we get a chance to encourage one another. A cord of 3 strands is not easily broken, one writer would say in the Bible. We need that community. You need that community. And I would encourage you, if the assembly of believers is not important to your life, to give yourself an opportunity to discover not only the importance of it, but how and why it's important. You'll be blessed if you'll do that. Leviticus 23 is an invitation from God to his people to spend time with him. And sure, it's talking about ancient days, but God hasn't changed. He still wants you to spend time with him. He still wants to spend time with you. You'll enjoy it. You might find it's most important and most pleasant part of your week. So think about that and read Leviticus 23 and think about how God wants to spend time with you. Okay? Enjoy the blessings of those gatherings, those encounters. You can leave an email or send me an email at booksbykerusso@gmail.com or leave a comment if you want. Thank you and enjoy your blessings.